everyone. Our group presentation is about BYOD, or Bring Your Own Device. And the acronym is pretty self-explanatory, meaning you bring your own hardware to the participating setting. The term BYOD was coined by Intel in 2009, and it's also referred to as Bring Your Own Technology. Here are some examples of different devices you would use to participate in BYOD. The neat thing about everyone bringing their own device is that they all sync up on the same network or software that the school or workplace is using. We're going to watch a video that explains a little bit more about what BYOD is and how it can be used specifically in a classroom setting.
So the first goal is make all the heterogeneous devices appear homogeneous in the classroom. And what the term is BYOD, bring your own device. That's what schools are doing now. They're saying, kids, bring whatever you have, but it makes it chaos for the teacher because every kid has a different piece of software. There's no way to make an assignment. So now with our software called the We Learn mobile platform, it makes all those devices the same. Step one. Step two. What is the teacher going to do? What is the assignment? If the assignment is read a book and answer these questions, that's the old way of doing it. I mean, here's a worksheet, kids. Fill out a worksheet, and you can do the worksheet on an Android tablet or a Windows 8 laptop. That's the old way.
What else do we need to do?
And they're independent in the sense that they can make it bigger, make it smaller, and they can add independently. But if she adds something, it appears everywhere. The computer gives the kids unprecedented opportunity to engage in research. And it gives them an unprecedented opportunity to work together. That's what our software really enables. And how do you coordinate your work together so that you don't do something on top of his work?
We just talk. We can communicate. It's easier to do it than over paper where we're all bunched together. Now we're spread out and we can communicate easier.
We're saying, instead of paper and pencil, use this thing called a mobile phone, a tablet. And people say, well, I didn't learn that way. Is that the way I learned? And you know, I did just fine. Thank you very much. So why do my kids need that? And they say, well, today isn't yesterday. Your kids aren't you. The times are different. And they say, yeah, the times are different, but it worked for me. Why don't we just stay with something that works? I know it works. I said, it doesn't work for the kids today. They don't read the way you read. They don't like books. They just don't like that medium. Oh, they like books. No, most of them don't. They want the video. They want the media. They want something a little hotter. And I think the first thing is that we got to get across is this is different, and it's not about you. It's about the kids.
Now we know what BYOD is. What exactly does it do? Well, in schools, BYOD is reflective of a contemporary lifestyle in the workplace. Despite security concerns and other setbacks, it appears as though BYOD will soon enter the mainstream. Adoption in schools is growing rapidly. Why should you take part in BYOD? What can it do for your students? Let's watch.
BYOD tends to significantly increase access to technology in the classroom. The reality is many students have devices that are more current, powerful, and flexible than those offered to them in their schools. BYOD provides access to content that is current, relevant, and often more engaging and interactive. BYOD encourages new ways to create and share work and ideas with a broader audience. BYOD can promote co-construction of knowledge through social learning. Research has shown that students learn more when they are actively collaborating and cooperating with their peers, teachers, and experts.
It's way more collaborative. It's not my classroom, it's our classroom.
BYOD shifts instruction towards a more student-centered learning, where inquiry and authentic learning are emphasized.
Now, if you walk in classrooms, teachers and kids are here. Whereas before, the structure was teachers are here, giving information to kids here, but now teachers and students are here because they're both sharing the information.
BYOD focuses on 21st century learning, including critical and creative thinking, collaboration, communication, self-direction, global awareness, and cultural literacy. BYOD extends and enriches learning through the use of online and embedded assessments in formative and summative capacities. BYOD provides students with access to learning anytime, anywhere. Access, we know, will lead to innovation and exploration through learning and connecting with the world.
Oh, when you see the products, you see what they come up with, you see what they're doing in class, the software they know about, the way they want to explain it to each other, the way they want to share. Wow, that's amazing learning.
We've seen the capabilities of BYOD in a classroom. Let's look at some of the benefits and drawbacks pertaining to it. One of the main positives about this resource is that it allows more students to collaborate on projects, especially if schools can afford devices for other students who don't have their own hardware. Here's an example of that in a short segment of this video.
There's a new push for BYOD, Bring Your Own Device, where Stu could get internet access at school with his tablet, and his classmates could use their smartphones, you know they've got them, or even a personal laptop. And now Dent can have that much needed access to the school computer from the laptop cart. Now no one disappears. So let's put a big dent in the digital divide. Provide for the students that really need our help while helping students that have personal access learn how to use those devices to be productive, lifelong 21st century learners.
As the video showed, the students who had their own hardware were allowed to bring it, and the students who did not were able to use the schools. Here are some more detailed examples of positives and negatives using BYOD. Overall benefits include catering to the majority, preference of learning tools, low maintenance for the technology department, increased student engagement, and unlimited resources. Overall limitations include students binging on devices, devices drawing attention to social status, schools may not have any hardware at all, or limited budgets, and of course, social media could be a huge distraction. Below is a humorous video that goes over this in a little more depth. There are also other links and resources about the benefits and drawbacks of BYOD, as well as a table split between pros and cons. Feel free to visit these resources on our website if you have time. In the meantime, we're going to talk a little bit about why BYOD is so popular, not only in school systems as we've already seen, but why its popularity has spread in the workplace as well. Here are a few key findings about popularity in the workplace. Increased productivity, potentially increased mobile security, users are willing to pay for company resources on their devices, user experience is essential, more apps are now created for the workforce. BYOD gives direct power to the employees and gives them freedom to work on their own time and terms. Below this, you'll see a video about BYOD in the workplace. Feel free to check this video out later. As far as BYOD toppling off the radar, it doesn't look like it's going anywhere anytime soon. One of the only issues for BYOD is security. Here are some statistics that focus on the continued prevalence of BYOD in the workplace. In a table representing the consumerization of IT. Overall, these statistics highlight the growth of BYOD programs in the coming years, tablet production, concerns about sharing content via mobile devices, BYOD policies, and personal use of employee hardware for job-related activities. Again, one of the only issues regarding the disappearance of BYOD is found in security. When vast amounts of personal devices are connected to large open networks, employers must focus their attention on security attacks. We've spoken of the general use of BYOD in the classroom and why it can be beneficial. Our next video will show some specific methodologies that you can directly implement using BYOD in education and training. MIT's relevance for teaching, learning, and creative inquiry includes some of the following. The focus this resource has on literacy, writing skills, and critical thinking, the enhancement of research skills, the continued access to innovative learning tools, the setup for success and confidence that BYOD provides, and the way in which teachers can differentiate their curriculum to meet each student's needs. Again, here's another video you can watch later. This one has students vouching for BYOD and how it helped them in any given subject. Here are 2 articles containing information about implementing BYOD in your classroom. A basic knowledge of the internet and your school's network are 2 primary tools that you'll need to have under your belt before implementing this resource. Feel free to check out these articles later. Here is our contact info should any of you have questions or comments. Our group consisted of Phyllis King, who is the content developer, Hazel Mines, who is the presentation developer, Haley Madden, who is the presenter leader, Jennifer Page, who is the facilitator of the discussion. And lastly, you'll see the resources tab should you need to locate any of the articles on BYOD in the future. Thanks for watching, and we hope you have a better understanding of BYOD and why you might want to use it in your classroom. Thanks.